Welcome to Furmedia, where we provide a voice and social connection with furries from around the world. My name is Space, and I'm joined by my lovely host,
Punya.
and we welcome you guys to our show tonight. Such an exciting one, as chat has exploded because someone dropped in and said hello, and I'm blushing over here now, like a mad dog.
Do mad dogs blush?
I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to find out. How is everyone doing tonight? Even though you can't answer right away, we'll check on that in just a second. We have a returning guest tonight. If you guys remember, we had Ring Ring Telephone, and then we decided to have Telephone return our call. Welcome.
Hello.
So excited to have you back.
Yes.
We have a very exciting show for you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about friendship in the fandom because friendship is key. But before we get into that, we have a few things we need to take care of. For instance, we have some artists we need to start promoting. And the first one is Workhorse Warshop, which... No, wait. What? I said that wrong. Sorry.
Workhorse Warshop.
You gotta admit, that one sounds a lot better.
That's the alternate.
Yeah.
That's the one down the street.
That's the After Dark one. No.
So... I quit.
Rage quit. This is a Warhorse Workshop. And this is Cirrus's business, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And they've got some cool stuff. They got nylons, fabric items, leather items, and in these items they have nylon. We got like collars and leashes and harnesses, because no fursuiter is complete without a harness of some sort. And then we got some fabrics, which is like fursuit, bodysuits, hand paws. These are really good prices. Leather items, collars, stitch garment leather. These are, honestly, I haven't seen prices this good for a long time.
Grab your shopping bags, folks.
I'm going to grab my shopping bag when I go to the con next week. But we'll go ahead and take a look at some of their quality here. Custom harness commissions. Here we go. That's what I want to look at. These are cool. Tell me about these. How are these different from ones that I've seen in the past?
Oh, sorry.
You're on the spotlight.
I'm scared. Anyways, a lot of the harnesses that I've seen, I've had different brands of harnesses that I've purchased online before, and I've had a problem with them fraying a lot and breaking, and et cetera, et cetera. His quality, it seems to be a lot stronger. If you're pulling a sled or something, he has husky sleds and everything else like that. The type of materials he uses are not cheap, obviously. They're just really well made. I know he just went and bought a $700 sewing machine for this too, so the stitches will be stronger.
Rad.
So, there's also there's two people that I really would recommend for harnesses, and that's Warhorse Workshop. He makes great quality, and I actually also own a couple of harnesses from Indie. I think it's, oh my gosh, what is his I usually just call him Indie for short. I know he's known as Ice Pony. He also makes some very cool stuff as well.
I was just gonna say Indie's gonna be like a common name. It's like Fox and
yeah,
who knows what else names are out there. If I Google search Indie, it's gonna pull up like indie music and Indiana Jones and stuff.
Yeah.
These are leashes and collars, fans that you cannot find at Petco. It's better than that.
Yep. He also does a lot of custom work. And for those that aren't one for leather, he does do leather harnesses as well, but this is for, like, I guess you could say the vegetarian type of harness. It's just all woven. I think it's woven nylon. I don't know much about it. I let him do his own thing. That's a good example of his leather harnesses there.
I could see that being used in the bedroom.
Omer.
I know what Punya's thinking now.
She's like,
I'm signing up for the Iditarod, clearly.
Sweet. So I didn't really pop this into chat, so let me pop this into chat real quick.
I already did.
Did you really?
I did.
That's nice. So did I.
Everybody was like, "Yeah, watch. Space will forget, and then Punya will get on him."
That's exactly what happens every time.
They know you.
They do. They really do. They know that I space all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they got a lot of good stuff. There's a gun harness, because you need those on fursuits, just in case. We talked about this last week, didn't we? Did we talk about protecting yourself at a con? Oh, no, that was... Yeah, it was. We were talking about...
We brought up some a couple safety issues.
Just in case, but you don't need a gun. That's something you don't need.
That's something we shouldn't even say, but we feel like we should anyway. Do not bring any type of weapon to a convention.
Put like a squirt bottle in there, or when furries get like pissed at each other, just do what we do to our pets. Just spray some water on them on the nose. They should be good. So they got some good stuff here. Our next artist is Rukame, and I found Rukame. I was actually this is what I literally do, folks. I go on to I want to say Facebook. It's not Facebook. Thank you, Punya, for popping that into chat. You're so good.
Got you covered. Got you covered.
I'll browse for affinity, and I'll just kind of look for artwork that stands out to me. I've had people message us on Facebook saying, "Hey, feature this artist," and I'm like, "Hey, they got 20,000 followers. I'm pretty sure they're fine." We're not featuring them. We're looking for newcomers getting into the game. Maybe they got really good artwork and they don't have enough traffic flow. Those are the people that we're looking for, because then we want to get as many people watching our show onto their channel to watch them and check them out. And so that's what we do. Or
New Kids on the Block and Underdogs.
Yeah. But this one's not really... Well, I guess this one's kind of a new kid on the block. They have about 1,000 followers, but it's not the... well, this is basically what stuck out to me when I was browsing through, is the fact that this is done with, I don't know, like a couple of colors, and that's it. It's a basic background, as you can see, but when they use their... they use one color, and they draw. It's like a sketch. Basically, what you would call this a sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do a sketch here, and then what really gets my attention is, we'll zoom in here on their eye, is the eyes right here. This is so much different from the artwork you're seeing itself, but you can definitely, I feel like it's summertime. Maybe there's something that's burning happiness, I don't know. But it caught my attention. I really liked what they did. And so I got in contact with them, and I'm like, "Hey, can I feature your stuff?" And they're like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Awesome."
It is, the eyes are really nice focal point, obviously the focal point. And I really love the difference in the line weight. They do have that thick edge, which I use I use quite often myself. But also then they go back into the hair and use a thinner brush. It sets apart a lot of detail. And I feel like if the person was to, add color to it, you're going to lose some of that detail.
You will. There's just something different about this that I really like. And then today they uploaded something, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I know this person. Here we go." I'm like, "Coincidentally, they're going to be on our show tonight." She's like, "Awesome."
Oh my God, telephone. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I didn't see this yet. Surprise.
Surprise.
Oh, I feel so honored. Oh my gosh. I'm a stare.
Sorry, I'm reading a comment. 2 says, "This is the most pleasantly homosexual show I've ever seen."
Woo!
Our evil cackling.
I love it. It's so true, though. We don't BS anything on this show. And then our last artist is not really an artist. This is more in an event here, folks. But as you can see right here, oh, cool, they're live. Yes, just like I asked. What this is we get once in a while people coming into us asking, "Hey, can you use our music on your show? We'd like to have our music be put out there." And I'm like, "Sure, I love giving everyone a fresh start. Why not?" That's the whole point of getting into this fandom, is to make friends and to kind of get out there. And if you're a DJ, you know how hard it is to get people to like your music. So if you get people like us to feature it for you, It's a big deal. So Maverick's playlist came to me and they asked, "Hey, can you feature an event that we're going to be doing?" And it's called Maverick's playlist, but it's on plug.dj. Did you already put that in the chat?
Yep.
Awesome. And what you do is you go on there and you create an avatar. You only get to pick from like 4 or 5 because you have to like gain points to get more avatars. And then you go on, and then basically what happens is he lines up a bunch of artists, okay, for this event, and then they cue their music. So that way when you go to this event, you can listen to various artists and you can, let's say, watch this. Okay, I'm gonna minimize my screen here. And I know the screen quality isn't that great, but you see this character? This is for media. This is us. We're some Indian bunny thing. And if I click up, he starts dancing. So it's quite cute. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of feature some of their music real quick. So I'm going to bring it off of mute. And I hope you can still hear me over this music, but you can chat on the side, get to know the artists a little bit better. If I want to, I can grab this on my playlist and call it something. There we go. And then it's added to my playlist, and there you go. And then you can go and download it later if you want to.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's way cool. I've actually never seen a platform like this before, so I actually do look forward to, even though I'll be at BLFC, I'm definitely going to try to like pop my laptop open just so I can pop in and say hi. And, you know, I at least owe it to them. Say hi, even though I'm at a con. Why not? So there you go. Check these guys out. They're going to be on the 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So that's going to be 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific. I've never gone backwards on time zones, so that was hard for me. So join in, listen to their music, and enjoy the festivities, because I've never seen an online furry festival, so this looks actually quite cool. And on to our main topic, I guess.
Woo!
I'm just reading the chat. I'm like, I got a big gun going on.
What's going on in chat?
This is two.
Two's copying problems.
I'm like, no, oh, senpai.
All right, so tonight's show, if I can even get through it. Tonight's show, well, we were going to talk about something else beforehand. I had a show planned out. We were going to do furry convention drama, because you know it happens all the time. But recently, I've seen across the board, whether it be on Facebook, Fur Affinity, Twitter, I've even seen it on Telephone's post, and I won't go into details, Telephone, because I'm not going to let your personal life out on this show. But I've seen some posts where people are backstabbing each other, and, you know, people are using their friends to get higher in this fandom, and then they're dropping them off as if they didn't exist. And it really hurts me, because in this fandom, we're here to gain friends and, you know, find common interests with each other. And just to see people like Telephone, who, by the way, I think you're just a role model. I don't idolize you. I think you're a role model. For the reason being is that you are, we're just going to say, I'm going to create a new word for you, celebufur, because I think it sounds better. That Popufur has such a bad rap on it.
Thank you.
So we're gonna Popufur is just I've had people say you're a Popufur, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
Celebufur.
Celebufur sounds so much better. But you know, a lot of Popufurs have that thing about them, and they usually have their heads in the clouds. But you come back down to ground level, and you connect with your fans, and you talk with them, and you even take the time to I'll message you and see how you're doing, and you'll message back. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And then it's even more amazing to see a side of where that said person is hurting. And I almost want to just cry for you a little bit sometimes, and other people, because friends should just be good friends. You know, they shouldn't do things that hurt you or make you feel bad. So tonight we're going to go over a couple of things dealing with friendship. We're going to talk about breaking the ice. So if you're brand new to the fandom, we're going to talk about how you can make new friends and get common level. And then we'll go through the kind of things that we like, the do's and don'ts of friendship, just so that we can make this place a better place. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Sounds awesome. Okay. And of course, you guys can always, add your stories and your little advice tidbits in chat, and we'll definitely give you guys shout outs for that. But we're going to move on to our first part, is breaking the ice. Okay. For anyone who tuned in last week's show, we were talking about, I honestly don't remember what last week's show was. Do you remember what it was? I know what we talked about. I just can't remember.
Oh God.
It was connecting with friends or something like that. Meeting people for the first time. And we found out that a lot of our fans have anxiety issues in
It
large...
was Fur in the Mirror.
There you go, Fur in the Mirror. We found out that people were they... How do I phrase this? Can you phrase this for me? I'm having space derps over here.
We were asking people if the furries that they meet, do they act differently when you meet them in person as to compare to how they behave, say, if you talk to them online or through another means of media?
And so we asked them that question, and they would say, I'm definitely different in person than I was online. And I would have to agree, like, online, I'm this outgoing person, and I'm super exuberant, and I love meeting new people. And then when I go to cons, I have an anxiety attack, panic attack, because I enter the floor and I see all of these people, and I'm just like, there's no way. There's just no way that I could possibly go up to someone and be like, hi, I'm Space, how are you? And then there's just no way. Like, I literally just crumble and fall apart. And so I think the best way to make new friends if you're going to a meet or a convention is to find similarities. At conventions, I'm seeing with BLFC, and I'm hoping this continues as a trend with other places, unless they do it as well, are these like icebreaker and meet new friends panels. And these are places you want to go to. I'm definitely going to be attending those ones because I want to make new friends. But I'm assuming they'll talk about making new friends and getting to know each other, trading information, all that jazz. But other ways that you can do this to find similarities with friends is that, go to meets and talk to people and, oh, I play the World of Warcraft. So do I. I have a warrior thing and I tank all day. Sweet, let's play.
I don't.
I don't play World of Warcraft. I mean, I only have my account on suspend if I want to play. Or, maybe you're an artist or you're a super nerd or you're a geek of some sort. I think it's almost impossible not to find a similarity with someone in this fandom because in one way or another, we can all relate on some sort of level somewhere. So just kind of put yourself out there a little bit. Talk to people. If you
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid like me. I'm trying not to. This is why I'm putting my picture out here, people, right here. So if you go to a con and you see this thing, that means I want you to come and say hi to me. I don't.
That box means I want you to come over and say hi.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
This is the shit box.
Hey, girl. Can I have your number?
Can I have it?
Please.
And of course, if you see this thing over here, Punyawa, right here, then that means you want to go say hi to her. So, I made sure that this slide was in the background because last time it wasn't.
I don't know why you would, though. I mean, looking at that picture, it seems like I can barely stand myself.
Like, I don't know. I don't know about the suit anymore. I'm just
Sad.
gonna.
Well, I guess.
The next thing we're going to go over or talk about is keeping a steady relationship with your friends. This one's kind of hard because, and I don't know if you guys want to talk about it. I don't want to be the one talking. But let's say Punya and I live in the same state. Okay, we're best friends since like first grade, and then Punya moves away. That level or that distance kind of is hard to keep in contact because now she's in a different area, and you want to.
I'm too busy starting my new life.
Yeah, you're too busy. So it's important to keep a steady communication with your friends, because if you don't, things are going to start to fall apart. And I thought you had
You're-
to.
Oh, a little story to tie in with that?
Yeah, did you have a story?
Yeah. Basically, when you don't communicate, there's going to be miscommunication. Um, what we're okay. My story is I have a friend named Caitlin, and we have been very good friends since high school. And something happened where our connection just cut off. And now that I think about it, she was only like a 3-minute drive away from my house. But for about, gosh, 3 or 4 years, we just had no contact with each other. And the whole time, when I would think about her, I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, what did I do wrong? She's so angry at me. Well, eventually, I was invited to a party over at her house, and we just started talking like yesterday was just another day at high school. And we brought up the issue with our just suddenly dropping off the face of the planet. And I said, "Oh, are you mad at me about something? Do we need to talk?" And she said, "Oh, I thought you were mad at me." So for 4 years, just because we went to do our own thing, we both thought we were ticked off at each other.
Oh
which was
no.
yeah, which was never the case. And I actually went and hung out with her today, but yeah, it just goes to show you that you really do just need that little. I mean, don't be afraid to talk to your friends. If even if you haven't talked to them a while, it's not going to be weird. It's really not as awkward as it seems, but
I've had a similar situation, but the friend that I had just it kind of got quirky, and she was a non-fur, but we used to ride a lot and everything, and I contact her 4 years later, and I was like, hey, I'd like to still think we're friends, but what's up? Did I do anything wrong to upset you? And just out of nowhere, they were just like, "Oh, well, we never really had anything in common, so goodbye." And it was just like, "Whoa, like okay." So it didn't end out too well. So
I don't have like well, I kind of have a similar story as to like kind of losing contact with friends, but we had a friend down here, and we only lived like 10 minutes away from each other. So every day that I got off work, I would just drive over and hang out with them, and I met some other friends because of him. But then he moved up to a higher place in not Ogden, Utah. So like 80 miles away. We'll just say that, like a 2-hour drive. And the contact kind of started to dwindle because there were other furs up there that he was playing with, but I couldn't make it up to him. I couldn't see him all the time. And messaging, I could have messaged him too, and that's probably partially on my fault for not communicating through online messaging or texting. But when I did go and visit him, it felt like there was just something missing. Like the distance was just, there was a problem with the distance. And then eventually, to this point now, to this year, I don't talk to this person anymore. I still am friends with the great people that I met through him, but because of him, because of where he moved and just other choices, we won't go into details, we just don't talk anymore. And it's sad, because he was a really cool person and got me into ponies. So
it can't be all bad.
No, it can't be bad. Friendship is magic. Maybe.
Maybe.
Are you not a pony fan?
let me just stand in the corner and hiss. I like MLP, but let me just stand in the corner and hiss.
Okay. I'm not like a huge brony, but I
Yeah,
do. I think the show is a cute idea, and I have maybe like one shirt that I never wear, and that's about it.
You want to know? Like, I love the show. I had a suit that I made a pony OC and all that, but I'm not too crazy about it. But I do like it. I like the lessons that you learn in it, and it's a really cute, simple art style in it. So I like that. It's just and it's ponies. Like I like horses, so yeah. Yeah,
Ponies are cool.
ponies are cool.
Um, and of course, the next thing we want to talk about is, well, this one's something that Punya brought up when we were talking about this last night, and it's well, do you want to take it away? It's the entertainment one.
The entertainment one. Let's see.
Right, I'll do it. Okay, so
Sorry. Bajillion
I
screens of
typed up
notes.
notes for a reason.
Hey, I have it right here.
Good. Okay, well then I'll kind of just start you off and then you take off from there. But with friends, you get to know them. You're good friends now, and maybe furry is all your life. That's all it is. Well, the one thing that we want to make sure you guys know is to not depend on your friends all the time for entertainment. And this is where Punya is going to take it away because she had some good points to make on this one.
Yes. It's awesome to go out and hang with your friends. I mean, that's goes without saying. But as those friendships go on and years go by, people change. Their life situation changes. Maybe they have different job, different school. They're getting into relationships. They're meeting new people, opening other circles of friends. Um, so eventually, at some point in your life, that's going to start to change, where you start seeing the people that you see every weekend less and less. How this ties in with what we just talked about. Oh my gosh.
Did you just have a space? Did you just space?
No, my screen just blacked out for a second. Hold on.
Oh, that's weird.
Wah, wah.
Well,
Okay,
I
well,
have no screen for a moment.
I can take over unless you want to keep going.
um, Go ahead and pick up real quick while I try to fiddle with something real quick, and then I'll jump in.
Okay, well, as usual, I probably wasn't listening to what you were saying, so I'm just gonna probably because I'm paying attention to chat. And I'm looking at this ridiculously awesome background, and then of course I'm not listening to you. Uh, um, so okay, I can't always depend on my friends to provide entertainment. We have these things called Wednesday night game nights. It's something I look forward to, and that happens once a week. But I gotta make sure that for myself that I'm self-reliant. So, if there's parties going on this weekend, I haven't been invited to any of them. It's not like it's going to be the end of the world. I'll go online, I'll game. There's going to be someone online gaming.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do my own thing, do some artwork, go hang out with some other friends. But I'm not solely, relying on my own friends to provide entertainment for me. So,
Just because you are alone doesn't mean you are alone.
all by myself, don't want to be.
Yeah. Well, something else that you have to keep in mind is it's once your that routine for you starts to break, it might take some adjustment to get used to, especially if you're in a real tight knit group. Um, but you have to keep in mind too that constant attention and schedule can also be taxing on the people that you're seeking fun from. Um, and it gets even especially hard if the people you hang out with happen to be overly nice or overly gracious, and find it hard to say no. Right there, then it starts to get to the point where people may begin to feel like they're being taken advantage of. And that's something you want to avoid.
Yeah.
That's deep.
So deep.
That's deep, yo.
Do you have anything you want to add to this telephone before we move on to the next one?
Um, I, you know,
I mean, I know I don't have to rely on you to provide the entertainment because as soon as you step on the floor, all eyes are on you, so the entertainment's already been provided.
I'm
So.
I'm so different when it comes to online and in real life. Like, I'm always the one that wants to entertain everybody. Like, it's just When I'm online, I'm very antisocial. I don't really talk to a lot of people. It's just I guess I get an anxiety from typing, online because I'm always afraid I'm gonna upset someone with something that I say that I don't really mean. Like I really like that physical contact, and I just, I'm like my persona. I really like to entertain people. Yeah, Taylor knows. I really like to entertain people, like make them laugh, everything else like that when I'm a chatterbox when it's social stuff like in real life and not online. So,
Oh man, I could talk your head off. I love talking.
yes, I love it when people come up and ask questions about things I know, like fursuits or if they come up and be like, "Hey, how can I act better my character? Act the part or just relatively anything." And I'll just go off for hours. Be like, "Oh, you get to do this and let's brainstorm this and let's go draw something or that."
Let's go skip over to the tables and draw.
La 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 la.
Let's draw on the tables.
No,
No,
don't
don't draw on the
do
tables.
that. Don't do that. If you draw on the tables, make sure you bring like a dry erase marker to take it off.
Yeah.
That's
Or unless you're at like Macaroni Grill, then please draw on the tables.
I have never been to Macaroni Grill.
You can draw on the tables.
What is this macaroni grill? I've never heard of it, but I have to investigate this now.
They should have one. It's Arizona. I mean, I would be surprised if they didn't have Macaroni Grill.
Oh man, what is it? Like, okay, wait, no, I shouldn't get into that.
Nope, too bad. We're going there. We're going there.
Okay, what is macaroni grill? Please tell me
Macaroni
this.
Grill is a restaurant, an Italian restaurant. There we go. Found it. Feast your eyes on deliciousness. Of course, this never is what it looks like when it comes out to your table, but
Actually, at Macaroni Grill, I was pretty pleased. They brought me a brick of lasagna, and I could not finish it.
a brick of lasagna.
I'm not
And
kidding. It was a brick of lasagna.
You could die from eating a brick of lasagna. Was it?
This is obviously like retardedly obvious, but like, do they have macaroni there? Like macaroni and cheese?
I would assume so.
Okay, I'll eat that. I'm not actually an Italian fan.
Wait, actually, I don't know if they do have macaroni.
They
Oh
do
my
have macaroni and cheese. It's called fettuccine alfredo. It's macaroni and cheese for adults.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, furries aren't adults, though. Can I see the kids menu, please?
You're like, I would like the mac and cheese for adults as I scribble in crayons on this table.
There's a restaurant in San Diego when I lived down there in the Gaslamp Quarter, and I don't remember what it was called, but you would throw napkins at each other. Like you
Oh,
could
jeez.
throw napkins on the floor and peanuts at each other. It was the most rowdy, most awesome restaurant I have ever been to.
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, I eat there all the time. You can eat the peanuts and then just throw the shells on the ground.
yeah, there's that one, and then there's this other restaurant that does that, but you can also throw napkins at each other. Which I don't know if I would want someone's dirty, like nose blown napkin on my face,
Oh.
but you know, you could do it.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Wait, really?
Cool.
I'll be real quick.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna go get food.
She's hungry. She's hungry. I kind of want to hear what goes on in the background. Let's just like peep in. Nothing's happening. Okay. So so we got a little sidetracked. This happens on the show. We always get sidetracked with something stupid. Macaroni Grill was that. Love it. Drunk telephone. That's funny.
We will. That's going to be our number one when we do. When we start open topic.
Which will
We're
be. We're getting.
we're
there.
gonna get. Yeah, we're gonna get her with a good one.
She won't know it's coming. No one talk about it in chat. Talk
It's a
about something else.
surprise.
Yeah. That's what it's called. Dick's Last Resort. Yeah, there you go. Legion Bunny. Got it. Sorry, I didn't know if I had read that right. They have a Dick's Last Resort, I think, or a place called Dick's, uh, in San Diego. There goes my mind. Um,
I was just waiting. I kept it in check. I was waiting for you to lose it.
dang it. um, anyways, so okay, so our next topic. I gotta get on to our next topic, otherwise I'm gonna just go somewhere else. Um, when you have your friends, especially people like Telephone, who's established in the fandom, people know who she is. You say her name, and ta-da, she's there.
Friends.
Friends. Hey, welcome back.
Hi.
Hi. One thing you need to be aware of is, yes, this person might know a lot of people, but for heaven's sakes, please do not piggyback off of them and use it for your own personal gain. It, for one, is rude. Two, you may not not two in chat. Two, as in the number, which is also his name. It's I don't think you people. I'm not saying you guys have done it, but if you do use someone for your own gain, so if I use Telephone to get further in the fandom, and then I just leave it at that, it's really rude and it's doing damage, not just to me, but for her as well, because then she feels like she's being used, and no one likes feeling like they're being used. So for our don'ts, we have an option for you guys to work on, and that is to focus on yourself. Advertise yourself. We have what was it? Promoting yourself in the fandom video.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull this up real quick on YouTube. You talk about it.
A while ago, we did a video about promoting yourself in the fandom, and we just gave some advice. We had
Hello and welcome.
Nutcase on with us, didn't we, as a guest for that one?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So the three of us hashed out our best advice for basically getting your name out there and making yourself more known. And we'll go ahead and pop a link into the chat in case you guys wanted to check that out as well.
I'm just gonna pop or am I popping it?
Yeah.
This is the direct link to the video. There you go. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But basically, what it comes down to is we idolize a lot of these people in the fandom, not just for their popularity, but for their talents. And when we start catching some of that glow off of their success, we don't really absorb it as inspiration. We absorb it as, I'm not good enough. And you should never feel that way. Everybody has different styles. Everybody does things differently, and has their own way of going about doing them. So don't feel like that you have to live up to snuff, paired up against somebody else who's already established a steady, I guess, popularity foundation for themselves. Don't feel like that's a setback for you. Of all things, it should be an inspiration. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? You have anything else to add to it?
I got something to add. Really, when it comes to it, I know a lot of people that are like, I'm gonna be popular someday, I'm gonna be big and everything. Don't work yourself up for something you're really not going to want. You're not going to want to be popular. And really, I couldn't stress enough to you guys, is just being yourself. Being yourself and not caring about, oh, this person's probably. Don't put so much thought into something like that, I guess. I see a lot of people that are like, oh my god, you're this person. You're so popular. There's nothing special about me. I'm just another person that's in a walking carpet with, making little chirp sounds and everything. it's just the way I go about it and being myself. I've never changed anything. I mean, you can go back in videos, back and back and back. The only thing that I've changed is for myself. I mean, I've really, yeah, walking carpet. I'm crying. I know. But it's really like, yes, just be you. Like, don't worry about this big popular person coming up to you. Because, I mean, in the end, I'm just like everybody else. I'm just a normal person that wears a suit and draws and does all that stuff.
Well said. I almost wanted to cry just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
My
Um,
feels.
So many feels.
um, yeah, and I was going to talk about this a little bit too. Like you said, people want to become popular. Folks, let me just give you a harsh reality to yourselves real quick. You want to be popular, you better be prepared to give up all of your privacy because you won't have that anymore. People will follow you to the nines. They'll know every move you make. They'll know every tweet that you make. If you make a mistake in the fandom, and we were talking about this last night, you make a mistake in the fandom, no one will ever forget it. They'll hold you to it. And that's something you have to be prepared to accept.
And it could be something that some of us do every day.
Yes, I could go on a lot with I hate the word popular, but obviously this is the correct term for it. But one thing is like, there's a stigma like I have to stick to when I'm in telephone. I can't. Obviously, I wouldn't want to, but I can't really break away from character. Like I can't just go up and just start talking and walking around. People will be like, "Well, you're not squeaking." Um, some other things is I mean, I can't really like I feel like sometimes I can't have an opinion of my own with people. Like I This is one thing why I've strayed away from talking to people online. I'd prefer talking to them in person is because anything I really say publicly, um once in a while, like even though it's not something that's meant in that way at all, there's some people that'll take it the wrong way. And when you're a more popular person, you have a giant bullseye just right on you, and people are just digging for anything, any crap they can just dig for, and just make you look like the shittiest person on earth. And I couldn't. It's so frustrating. Like it really is when it comes to that.
I
I
think
just
the truth of it is pretty much just coming out right there. I mean, you can barely get it out straight.
I know. I'm
I'm
like,
I'm still in Punya's word here, but you are very much humble. I just want to say that because
Oh,
I don't think any besides a few others I'm pretty sure I can name and chat, but I don't think most people that I've come across who are popular will come down and actually say that straight out, flat out say exactly what popularity is like.
yeah.
Because here's the kicker, okay? Once you get up to that standard, sometimes you have to hold that standard. And you don't want to say anything that'll hurt your popularity. And that's something that really kind of just disappoints me because it's like, you know what? I don't care if I were to become popular, I'm still going to be the same person I am. Doesn't you really can't, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's like when it's like coming to talk, like I don't think I'm really worried about hurting my popularity. I'm more or less like I'm a person that care too much for strangers, and it's just like I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but I guess that's just life. I mean, when you grow up and figure this out, I mean, no matter what you do, you're gonna offend somebody. And I mean, it sucks to me because it's just I don't want to do that at all. I'm not that type of person to just viciously do that. But I mean, there's something I had said a while ago on Twitter, and yeah, ugh.
I'm
Drama.
sorry for my language. just if you're a poppy fur out there, stop being a dick to everyone and just, be nice. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it right there.
I I can see where you're coming from on that, definitely. I know some other well-known people can be more standoffish because they've gotten the bad side of, like, people attacking them, so they've just said the fuck with it. Excuse my language.
Woo!
But Woo! Oh, jeez.
When we post, when, when we repost this, we should totally edit and put a squeak over that.
I can do some audio for
Squeak!
you.
Anyways.
Yeah. But, like, again, like, I don't have anything against, like, other popular people that can be a bit more standoffish because they're just done with people just picking on them. Like, I've been picked on a lot for things that don't even exist. Like, this is just rumors that have been made up. And there's sometimes I'm just like, man, maybe I should just start being a jerk. It's just like, I just want to be a jerk, like, right now. It's just like, this is making me so angry that I'm getting, like, attacked for no reason. And it's just like, I stop and think, it's like, no.
You gotta be the
No.
better person.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to be that person. But, I mean, you really got to think of it sometimes, is that these people
You're tired
could
of
be
getting
nice
stepped on.
people, but they're, the other popular people, they've been stepped on so many times, they've just had enough. So,
Breathe.
si-
I feel like
silence.
this is like intervention.
I know,
Well,
like over here, just like angry squeaks, just.
welcome to rehab.
Well, it's just the truth of the matter, and I think a lot of people don't get to hear this side from somebody who does have a lot of popularity in the fandom.
Yeah, like, I mean, I know.
It's
quite
good
a
to know
few
that
of
you're
them.
human. I like to know this.
Yeah, I am human.
And I'm glad to know that you're not a dick. So.
Well, I try not to be, like, I try to be as friendly as I can. Like, at conventions, I really try to involve a lot of other people when the circles come around and everyone's taking videos. I try to pull people into that. I don't want it to just be, a one person show.
Yeah.
It's just, I know I'm not a bad person. It's just, there's a lot of people that are out there making me seem like I'm terrible. And it's like, oh, this hurts a lot. Thanks, guys.
Well, this is how I personally feel about furries gaining a popularity status, is that unless, and this is tying into popufur hate, unless that particular popufur or celebufur has personally done some kind of wrong to you or directly involved you into something that shouldn't have been, you really don't have a legitimate reason to hate somebody you really don't know. That, and the only reason why they're popular in the first place, is because the fandom made them so. So what do you have to be upset about?
Yeah, thank you so much. Like, I really, like, when it comes down to this, like, I am so, like, confused on how someone could be so harsh to somebody that they have never met or talked to in real life.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, that is one of my biggest things. Like, I have some, people that come up like, oh, that person, you should stay away from them. They're terrible. I heard all about this stuff online. It's like, no, I will make my own assessments with this person when I actually meet them in real life, if I ever do. But I'm never going to judge someone until I've actually met them, talked to them. Because, hell, they might have done something else to somebody else, but they haven't done anything to me. I'm not obviously like bleeding from them shooting me or something, or they didn't just come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're a jerk. I don't like you. You're this terrible person." It's just like, don't tell me to hate somebody if I've never talked to them.
Or are you're not even involved in the situation in the first place.
And don't get involved in the situation, please.
Yeah.
No,
That's the
not now.
last thing we need.
Oh, come on, guys. We're furries. Let's do this.
We'll see.
Drama.
We'll see how fast we can get this rumor spread.
Yeah, come on,
Jumping
go.
back to something that was brought up in the chat earlier, we do not need furry drama to become an Olympic event.
Oh my god! If that were to become an event, I think I know a couple people who would definitely get gold medals.
Oh my
Person who
god.
baws the hardest wins.
Uh,
Oh, jeez.
Hey, maybe we should have a furry drama Olympic event on the show.
we should.
Put it out there. I'm just putting it out there.
But Punya, aren't you afraid that people aren't gonna like our views on it? That was me being sarcastic.
You guys have like drama in the mix. You'll have more views than all of your videos.
Probably.
Honestly. Like,
Probably.
oh
I
my
hope nobody
gosh.
comes. I hope nobody comes so I can leave the fandom forever.
Rage quit. Well, that's the thing is we're not afraid to tackle a topic. If it comes up, we're gonna go for it. Because I mean, although we do have a reputation to uphold, I mean, as for media, at the same time, we're not gonna get scared away from a topic, or we're not really worried. Like, for instance, if two in chat all of a sudden said, "For media sucks, I'm out of here." I don't care. I don't really care. That's your opinion, not mine. So, that's just the whole thing. That's the kind of attitude we carry over here. It's just, stuff too. Don't be offended, please.
As we're all sitting here, like, watching the chat, please don't say we suck. Please don't say we suck.
Ring.
I'm just gonna skip a topic here, but I'm gonna tie something else in together, and then we'll go into open topic, because I'm pretty sure you guys have tons of questions as you guys did last time. Oh, he says I'm not offended. I wouldn't respect you otherwise. Awesome, love it. Okay, so going on piggybacking. There is also something you want to make sure that you don't want to do is rely on someone to drop your name in this fandom. So if you're good friends with Telephone, don't rely on Telephone to drop your name to get your name or your foot in the door per se. Use yourself. Get out there, start talking to people. The more people you talk to, the fastest form and most free way of advertising and communicating in this world is called word of mouth. So the more, having her drop your name might be a good thing, but do your part too. In fact, do like 99% of the job and go out there and talk to people and let them know what you do and find common interests. Don't rely on other people to get you out there.
It's true, you guys. Just look how fast the bad news spreads. Why shouldn't the good news spread just as quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, going on this too, I don't know, I think I might have told Telephone this several times, but like, I want to tell you just personally right now over Skype, you have no idea what you have done for media. For you to come on to our show, it was a big deal, but the thing is we've been working on For Media for 2 years, and you come on to our show and you're this nicest person ever. It was like our final break. We finally had a chance to get ourselves in the door and get ourselves more established in the fandom, and it's because of you, and we want to thank you for doing that. And even coming on our show again and even talking to us, it means a ton to me personally. Just means that there's really good people out there, and when I do see you at BLFC, whether it's you or Ciro, I'm going to drop off a card, a personal card for you guys, because that's the kind of person I am,
Aw, you guys are very welcome. Like, Like I really love helping people out. Like I do use like the popularity with telephones sometimes to help other artists and other people get their names out there sometimes. I really went in and tried to help Arizona FurCon and advertising their first year. A couple of artists, Dogbone and Dangy Ismith. They're very good artist friends of mine, and I also allow them to sell prints of telephone to help them. I know that some of them they don't have the best income and everything, so I'm like, hey, sell some telephone stuff. People buy that. People like that stuff. If you want to, use it to advertise, I'll post it here and here. And it's just like I like helping out in any way I can, and it's great that I can use telephone like that, especially for the charity stuff at conventions. I've been doing that quite a lot here, and I've been having a lot of fun with that too. But I'm glad I could help you guys out. Like, that is awesome.
Yeah.
No, we really do appreciate it. And I mean, Space and I were kind of personally gushing over you, and we're like, we're gonna let her know.
Aw, thank you. I'm like smiling so big over here.
And going on that, folks, if you do have someone like Telephone that has helped you, in return, you should thank them because they're going out of their way and they're just doing something that either they love or they just want to help. At least give them the thank you. You owe them that much to thank them, whether it's in person, through gift art, whatever it is. Find a way to say thank you, because that little 2-letter word goes a long way, more than you know. So with that, if we don't have anything else to add, we can go into open topic. Does that sound good?
I love open topic.
Yay!
Okay.
Open topic.
So this is how open topic works. We open topic for about 10-15 minutes, knowing that we have 104 people watching the show right now. There's going to be a ton load of questions.
I will do my best to try to help keep track of those.
What we want you guys to do is any questions that you have, put them in bold. So all questions are in bold. If you don't have a question, then continue to chat in regular font. This is how we determine what a question is and which one isn't.
And serious questions, please.
Yeah, it's like, don't ask us like, do you like skipping down the road drinking beer?
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Maple syrup. Do you like skipping across the sun? I don't know. I don't think I'd be alive to do it. So ask your questions and make sure they are safe for work. So don't ask us about our personal lives. Don't ask us what we eat or live. Don't ask us about sex positions because that would be awkward. Although I probably would answer that one. But go for it. Start asking your questions, and I see them lining up. So.
Well, we had one that we wanted to start with.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Well, go ahead.
What is Telephone like when Telephone is drunk?
I'm scared to find out, actually. Like,
Well, if you don't tell us, we're going to ask too, because he had us ask this question.
Yeah, because apparently 2 has some intel.
Well, he didn't make us, but it was suggested.
I was like seeing all these like drunk telephone. I'm like, what is this from? Like, I obviously don't remember, but I guess it's bad.
So you don't know. I'm sure we'll see a video someday.
Someday. My drunk telephone.
That's when your chirps are gonna sound human.
Oh wait, I remember. I did a live stream for there's a recent video I just put up of a choreograph and I was drinking. And that's why, like, at the end, you just see me stumbling, like, everywhere. I'm just making a fool of myself. So I think that's what it's from.
What about that video of where you're just screaming into the camera? I'm like, what's this video? And I'm like, she's like, Mah! Mah! I'm just like, what?
Dude, I really don't even know with my YouTube videos anymore. Like, I I put up so much embarrassing stuff. Like, it's just like, oh god. Uh,
All right, so we'll go into our first question.
Okay. Coakins asks, any tips for first con performances?
any tips? Well, I mean, it really all depends on what you want your character to do. Like, think about things that you would see at a convention and think about how your persona would react to it. With telephone, she's very curious. If it's new, it's something like I really need to like show in a video, but of like telephone body language. But if she's unsure of something, she kind of puffs up a little. She's just like really unsure. It's really just figuring out, oh, I'm gonna see, maybe this at a con. My character will probably be shy of it, or um, let's see, there's stairs. I mean, anything, like really, like escalators. Maybe escalators are scary to your persona. I mean, just put on a performance the entire time. I mean, like I said last time we were here, when you step out of the room, I mean, really, you're on stage. That's how I perceive things, I guess, is when I walk out of that room, I'm on stage and I am now telephone. I am acting. I am going to be that character. I am not, 89777 under the suit. So, other than that, stay cool, drink lots of water, take breaks.
Lots of them.
Lots.
I am being told to go look at my FA page. What's the next question?
Next question is from Midnight123, and they ask, how do you clean your suit? I know that digigrade padding, I know it has digigrade padding in the legs, but aren't they sewn in?
The digigrade padding is
Rad.
actually kind of like pillows almost inside the legs. I usually just put the whole thing in the washing machine, except the head, of course, but feet, hand paws, bodysuit go in as delicate in the washing machine. I then go through and I put woolite for the soap, just a little bit of woolite. There's many different ways to clean your suit, but this is the way I've done it. And then I put it on an extra spin because fur soaks up a lot more water. And then I just toss it in the dryer with some what are they? Tennis balls, to help fluff the suit up. And don't put it on heat at all, please. Just put your suit on air fluff. This usually takes like 2 hours for telephone to dry because of her big tail, her feet. Once I'm done with that, the feet will still be kind of damp inside, like the shoe itself. So I have like a little machine that blows air. So I just pop that in the shoe and I put a towel over it to help dry out the shoe quickly, and that's usually what I do. And for the head, I use some disinfectant spray. I think it is Misty
Nice.
2 something.
I was gonna say
Huh?
Lysol.
Lysol. Yeah. I know some people use Lysol. I'm not really familiar with Lysol.
I
But
use Lysol.
oh, okay. Yeah, Lysol works then. I use Misty 2. It's like a hospital grade disinfectant. So it's very reasonable on the fabric and everything. And I just brush it out with a slicker. Obviously, with slicker brushes, you're gonna have they're kind of like forked bristles on it, and you want to go the opposite way than what you would normally brush with a slicker brush because it's designed to pull out fur.
Who is someone messaging me, or is that messaging you on Skype? I keep hearing.
Really? Maybe it's mine. Oh wow, I have like a bunch of messages.
Of course you would. I've had it too. I silence all of my messages. Wait, where did Poonie go?
I killed her.
Oh my god, she's gone. She's probably peeing. It's true. I don't know where the last question was, so I'm going to just. Sorry, folks, if I miss one. Um, Astra Wolverine telephone. Do you ever just get the crap bugged out of you to know about how you make? Oh my God! People stop asking questions. Your squeak. So do you ever get bugged when people keep asking you about your squeak?
To be honest, maybe a little bit. I guess when it comes to like telephones, chirps, and everything, people want to do the same exact thing. I know a lot of people that just want to sound exactly like telephone, and I guess to me, when it's like when you have something that's a little bit original, like the way you make this sound or whatever, like I feel like it's part of the character, and I feel like it's just taking away from the originality of the character. But I don't get bugged by it all too much, but maybe a little. Just because I really do want people to be original, think of their own things to create with their character and not play off of mine, I guess.
Okay, Punya has to step away for a second, but she's so kindly have copy and pasted all the chats for me. So in Skype, she's such a sweetheart. Okay. Music Buazol wants to know if he can hear some sweet or squeaks.
Aw, I'm sorry. Like, again, I have all my stuff packed up because I have a convention this weekend, and I also have a convention next weekend, which is BLFC. So I have everything actually packed and ready to go, unfortunately.
We are saving a Simba's Magic Panties pin for you.
I will eventually do some recording of the sounds and post them for people to like. I know a lot of people have been wanting it to mix into their music and stuff, so I'll be doing that here pretty soon.
I've returned.
Have you? Okay, I've got your chat up here. Let's see. No, we've already talked about that one. Alec Runewolf wants to know, may I make a telephone t-shirt?
Yeah, of course. I really don't mind. If people make things of telephone for their own personal stuff, as long as it's not anything adult. I really don't want my character telephone to have anything like adult-like, but if you want a t-shirt for yourself just to wear around, you're more than welcome to make a t-shirt. If you want to make profit off of it, I think you would have to probably contact me first and would have to talk about it, but that's fine.
You know, because of course telephone gets at least 50% of the profit.
Yeah.
Or more.
And like as long as the t-shirt isn't like down with telephone or kill telephone or anything like really not appropriate. But that's fine.
Nothing maniacal.
Yeah, nothing.
At least not literally maniacal.
Brytel wants to know how many hours is put in for each of your creations.
How many hours I put in for each of my creations?
So I'm assuming you make fursuits, correct?
Yeah, I also make I also make suits. One big common mistake before I go into this. Telephone was not made by me. She was made by my really, really good friends, Phoenix Wolf and Bella. So that to clear up one thing. But I put in quite a few hours. I really never time myself, so I can't really answer that one too clearly. Because I'm always constantly working. Like I've found myself to just work at conventions as well. But I would roughly say with just a head alone, I probably put about, I'd say 40 hours into each head, 48 hours.
Okay. Inferno Panda asks, how would you approach a friend who only talks to you when you are only at fur meets? Well, that just sucks. What kind of friend is that?
How do you approach a friend that only talks to you at fur meets?
Yeah.
Am I correct? Really, I would just the next for me, if this person, like, if you have their contact information, like Facebook or anything that they're, social on, I would say just invite them out to do things, just get to know them on a personal level. I really can't say much though, but I think that would help maybe. Just inviting them, be like, "Hey, do you want to go out and do this? Do you want to come over and hang out?" I don't know, just invite them over for something fun, get them involved.
Oh, cool. Um, this is a cool question. This is also something that I want for media to go over as a topic, but I've always been
Okay.
afraid to because I'm afraid someone's going to come after me for it. Um, Dice, great name by the way, wants to know: do you two already have a society to be in for Anthrocon?
A
Scene.
society?
Yeah, this year's theme for Anthrocon is secret societies.
Oh, I see.
Oh, oh my gosh, I actually don't. Um, I should probably start one and call it the Angel Dragons Secret Society or something. There's actually going to be a lot of Angel Dragons at Anthrocon this year, so
Hmm. More
I
incentive to go.
I have a lot on my list.
The
I'd probably be part of the skulls. Just-
skulls.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is there like a list of
Oh,
already
there's a list?
societies?
No, you should
no,
just,
that's what I'm
you should
asking.
just know these societies. They exist already.
Oh. Wah, wah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like.
Sorry, I'm not a troublemaker.
Well struck, my lord.
uh, Tiny One Badger wants to ask: when you're in telephone, are you always around swarms of people, or is there a time to interact with one or two people?
I'm really, huh?
Swarmed.
Swarmed. I really okay. Well, I'm trying to like word this where it sounds right, where I'm not getting off topic. But I usually do get swarmed a lot. But I mean, there are times when I'm out there alone. I usually soup by myself if there isn't any really close friends that I know that are gonna be there. Um, but there's I think it's when I usually just stop walking, like the swarm just kind of swarms. And hmm, I'm trying to go. Oh wow, I'm just like stumped right now. Like I don't know. Um,
So what you're saying is don't stop walking.
yeah, don't stop walking. You'll probably see me like 8 or 9 times in the first hour because I'm just walking back and forth. I'll go in and chain these people. I'm just being telephone. Like I'm curious about everything. I'm checking out stuff. I'm, bugging people. Walking.
Okay, next question. Nameless Noob 89 wants to know: telephone. Can you say words via squeak for us? No. There's no squeak. I should have read
Yeah.
that one beforehand.
Sorry, guys. I don't have my squeaker.
I can do questions now if you want space.
Oh, I want to do one more.
Oh, okay.
This is fun. Puzzle wants to know: telephone, do you like when people approach you out of suit and talk to you, or on a more personal level, or do you prefer to be approached while in suit?
Either way is fine. I'm friendly in or out of suit. I'll probably talk English when you approach me out of suit. um, I'm being nommed on by radio, by the way. He is actually here.
Oh my
good.
god!
That was one of our questions. Somebody was like, "Is
Yeah.
radio around?"
Yeah, he's here. He's meow. Okay, but
I didn't know
yeah,
radio
like,
meowed.
escort you with the water bottle pretty soon. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Anyways, I don't mind like either way. Like I had a couple of people actually that approached me out of suit and they wanted pictures and everything. I really don't mind. I don't mind getting pictures out of suit, in suit. I mean, I'm more willing to answer questions that you might have out of suit because when I'm in telephone, I'm playing the character, so I'm not really going to speak as much as I would unless it's something you need to know right away. Um, and I might treat you a little differently. Like, I'll be treating you like I treat everybody else. I'll be like sniffing on you and, blah, blah, purr, chirp, rubbing, all that stuff. I'll be really friendly, but it's different because I don't really like breaking the character.
I don't have any more questions to ask because that's Panda's job now.
Oh, goodness me. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. I'm sure there's more that I need to go backtrack and find. But let's see. Astral Wolvine asks, would you ever consider making a tutorial or stream to help the FA community as a mentor for other fursuit makers and artists?
I've thought about it, but I've never really put a lot of thought into it.
I think that's
Well, there you go.
Self-explanatory.
Not much into that one.
Fisk Fabbit asks, how does one make bunny ears that will stand up? And I don't know if this is something that's easy to answer or not for you.
That's actually bunny ears that stand up. If you're doing it just for are you doing it for a fursuit, or are you doing it for just on a headband? LiveJournal helps for looking up tutorials, but what I usually use is just thick foam. Carve out thick foam and everything, and just glue it on, really. If you're doing just for bunny ears for a headband or anything, I tend to use foamy sheets. You can get some really thick ones at Joann's and cut those out, and they work just as well too. I've also seen people make bunny ears out of puzzle mat for fursuits, and that's a very thick, durable material. I actually use those for the bottom of fursuit feet as well.
Awesome possum.
I saw a question in there, and I don't want you to skip over it.
Well, go ahead and ask it.
I'm gonna. Well, it's a question for me. Someone was asking me if I was still gonna make the ring for telephone, and I'm working on it, but I don't know if I'll have it done yet. Because you are the fandom's Frodo.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see if I get it made in time.
Do we need to explain the fandom Frodos?
Yes, we need to explain the fandom Frodo because no one probably understands it.
Well, we did it once, but we might have new watchers. Fur Media has decided that telephone is officially the fandom's Frodo. What does that mean? Well, when you think of Elijah Wood, usually the first thing that pops into your head is his role in Lord of the Rings as Frodo. Well, that's pretty much all he's really going to be known for now the rest of his life. Kind of like our beloved Telephone. Telephone can open up a restaurant. She could become president of the United States. We're just going to remember her as that adorable suitor that squeaks.
So basically, then I wanted to create a ring for her at a convention. So if I have it done in time, I will personally present a ring to her while she's in fursuit. And hopefully she gets who I am. I'll introduce myself, but I'm working on it. I haven't made it to Michael's yet, but
I will laugh so hard.
I'm gonna walk in with my Gandalf suit.
You see, the ring that you have is going to be opposite. Instead of making her invisible, it's going to make her more vivid.
Yeah. I just want to see what she'll do with it.
Okay. Zen Red Panda asks, telephone, what was the most awkward meeting you had with a fan?
The most awkward meeting I have had with a fan. That's a really hard one. I think I guess I've never had an awkward meeting with a fan, but I've had awkward moments where they've followed me to my room. Obviously, we've gone over this before, but I think the most awkward one was at AntherCon last year, where someone camped outside my room.
Yes, I've heard this story.
I give them credit. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. Um, but
It's not cool, people. It's creepy. Don't do it.
thank you.
Okay,
Like, yeah.
before you ask the next question, I'm really sorry, folks, but maybe we'll have a telephone on another time, but we're cutting off questions, so we'll ask the remaining ones that we've seen in chat, and you guys can just chat amongst yourselves now, because I'm pretty sure it's going to take us a little bit longer to get through all the questions.
However, if you do have questions for Space and I, or anything about Fur Media, if there's topics that you would like us to cover, if you have artists that you would like us to promote, let us know. We'd be more than happy to cover it for you.
Absolutely. Ooh, magic bananas.
I love magic bananas.
So do I. I saw it in chat. Okay, cool. I know we have more questions.
Yes. Music Buizel asks, can you talk more about your other personas / OCs?
Yay! I have been waiting for someone to say something like that. I actually have a character that I was really well known for a while back, but the character, yeah, some people know. Wicker. She was my telephone back in the day. Currently, the suit is out of commission, and is in the works for a new suit. But Wicker is like the other half of telephone, but instead of being an angel, she's a demon. So there's this whole comic relief of the two, that goes into a really long story. But there is Wicker. She is, her personality is kind of like the snarky, kind of like, I don't really care attitude. I'm bored, type thing. I have Karma, which he's just a normal horse. He's a Cleveland Bay, brown dapple. There's not really a lot of character development in him at all. He's just a horse. So when you see him, he's just being a horse. And there is also Jerome. He is my black werewolf character. I haven't really gone into much character development with him. I'm not sure how I'm going to play the suit yet because he is very, very new. The head was just finished by Sharp 19. It was wonderful, wonderful work. So, but I'm trying to think. And there's actually there's one more persona that hasn't been made into a suit yet, and this is actually my oldest persona, and that is my white dragon persona, Sin, which someday I hope to have a suit of, but she's has a very graphic background.
Good, dirty, bad. How's this graphic background?
Like scary, I guess. Like
okay.
It's a very graphic, like not sexual in any way, but it's definitely interesting.
Cool beans.
Cool beanios.
Cool beanios.
I've got some characters that are like that. It's like, I want to tell the world about them, but it's too in-depth, and I don't have the time.
I only have, let's see, I've got space, and then I have space. I have two different space characters. And then I have Nyx Tonics. And I think that's it. Yeah. He's a Black Panther.
Space, the only furry that will create himself twice.
So true. Okay. Hold on, just real quick. Demifur, yes, we're still accepting resumes or applications.
Z.
What?
Resume. Z.
I said that. Resumes.
Oh,
resumes.
That didn't pick up for me.
Resumes.
Resumes.
Did you get my message I just sent you, Space? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. As I'm crying.
Oh, okay. So Punya has to leave now.
I have to vamonos.
So
Aww.
I'll be taking over the questions from here on out, and then do you have to go to telephone anytime?
Nope, I'm here
Okay,
for whenever.
we'll go for a little bit longer, and then we'll end tonight's show. But hey, Punya, thanks for joining.
No problem. And telephone, thank you again for being on the show. Everybody in chat, thank you for listening. If you guys are going to be at FWA, I will be there in 2 days, and I hope to bump into some of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Leave.
Ah, that thing. No. Okay. All right. So let me see all the other questions she has sent to me. Okay. Alec Runewolf asks, I have another question. When you show off your furriness, do you get any hate? If so, how do you deal with it?
Really, like when I'm out, and it's in a normal public view, I really don't tell, like I've gotten a couple. Let me go. Step back for a second. I'm running over myself.
It's okay.
If I do encounter that, honestly, I just ignore it because obviously these people really don't know the truth about like, the furry fandom and everything, and usually it's just like, okay, you can go ahead and have your little thing or whatever, but I really don't get it a lot, but when I do, I just ignore it, and that's that.
Okay. Ivy, if we met you in suit, is there a way we could get you to meet later out of suit?
Possibly. I'm kind of a hard person to get a hold of because usually, once dealers closes, I'm out of suit, and I'm with Saros, and we all go out to eat, and we're gone for quite a while after that. And I mean, if you happen to catch us just as before we're leaving or we're coming back, that's a good time. But right afterwards, we jump right back in suit, and we're running around.
All right. Logarth just says run. That's not a question.
Okay.
Dark Wolf says at TFF, when you danced with Michaela, have you ever met her before? If not, how did you meet her and what made you decide to do that?
I never knew who Michaela was until I met her when I was suiting around. I didn't have any plans to do the dance competition because I was having some big issues with my back. But I ran into her and, I'm, interacting with her. She's just having a ball and everything. And, we're sitting around. She comes up and she asks me if I was going to be in the dance competition because she had seen me on YouTube and along the lines of that. And I just shook my head yes, I was gonna be in it, and then I stood up and I whispered to her mom, I was like, hey, bring her to the dance comp later. I'm gonna see if I can get her on stage with me and just dance with me just for a couple of minutes or something. And bless his heart, the guy that ran the dance competition let me go in as a second opening act. I thank him so much for this, and I was so nervous, like, that she wouldn't show up. But when I went out looking for her out on stage, because she had no idea that this was going to happen, her mom brought her out on stage, and she was just smiling, just this huge smile, and I was like, yeah. I was very happy.
That's cute. I don't see any more. Oh, wait, I do. I see some questions now. Crap. There's so many people asking chatting. Nameless Noob says, telephone. Is it true that telephone isn't blind? Her eyes actually represent something?
Yeah, she actually is not blind. A lot of people mistake her eye style for being just a blind eye style, but it's actually there's just the solid white with the black is supposed to represent purity in the darkest places, more or less. Like, just yeah, that's how I can explain it. Is just blah.
And then real quick, I don't know if he's popped off. Thanks too for stopping by. That was really nice of you to do that. Totally unexpected. All of a sudden, like before we went on live, I hear Punya and telephone over here like two's in chat, and I'm like, shut up! No, he's not. Such a lie.
Guys, I'm serious. He's stalking me. Okay.
So thanks for stopping by. It means a lot. It's pretty cool to have that happen. The questions have stopped, so we could open them up again for a little bit longer, and they can keep asking questions, or we can end the show now. We could talk about plans or whatnots. Who is messaging me? Some people. What would you like to do?
I can answer more questions if anybody has some more questions.
Okay, folks, if you have more questions, you can ask them. While that's being done, you guys can always watch the replays of our shows on YouTube now, and that's just For Media Pro, because the other For Media was taken for some reason. That was kind of lame. So we had to take that one, but you just go to youtube.com/For Media Pro, and you can find all of our replays there. We also have a new show on YouTube called Straight from the Muzzle, so check that one out. And we're posting other ones there too, like our game nights and stuff, and we'll be posting music videos that we are going to be doing as well, so that'll be fun. And then also telephone, they want to know if you're going to be at BLFC. I think that's easy to answer.
Yep, I'll be there.
Okay, also see this background right here, it says but first, let me take a selfie. I am going to be conducting a selfie music video at Biggest Little FurCon. So if you see me there or you want us to be in a picture, find me. Let me take a picture of you. I'm trying to gather at least 200 to 300 pictures, and we're going to compile them all together and try to make our own furry version of the Chainsmokers selfie video that you can find on YouTube. I saw that. I'm like, I'm totally going to do this.
Oh my gosh.
But
that
first,
is amazing.
Let me take a selfie.
Let me take a selfie.
All right. Questions are, we got, what was Radio's reaction to Telefo's dedication dance?
He absolutely loved it. I showed him the video later online. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the dance comp, to see it because he was working dealers. But he really did like it a lot, and I actually gave him the posters later on, with the writing on it that I held up in the beginning.
Will you ever attend Megaplex in Orlando, Florida?
Megaplex, that's a FurryCon, right?
Yeah, it's in Florida. See,
Yeah.
I always get it confused because we have theaters here called Megaplex, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure we don't have any furry conventions here.
Yeah, well, it's just like I'm so used to like Arizona FurCon, AntherCon. Like, sadly, I don't think I will be unless something happens. It's just so far out of the way. I would absolutely love to because I know a lot of people there that go, but sadly, no.
Why does Telephone like Salem? Or Salem? Salome.
Huh?
Why does Telephone like SALOM?
Oh, I'm drawing blanks.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Okay, moving on. For you personally, what is the most rewarding part of fursuiting?
I think the most rewarding part is just helping other people out with the charity auctions and really just making people laugh. I think that's the big payoff at the end of the day. It really makes me smile when someone comes on and messages me saying, hey, it's because of you. You made my weekend a lot better. I was having a bad day and you just showed up and, made it my convention. And it's just like, that really makes me feel like, kind of special because I'm glad that I can do that for somebody.
All right. What is the favorite food of an angel dragon?
Ooh, the favorite food of an angel dragon actually just varies on the angel dragon. Telephone, she actually likes quite a few different things. So I really don't know what Telephone likes the most.
She
Cause
likes
she
eating your
eats
happiness.
she, she eats everything in sight. Like, don't bring it home with you. You'll
Otherwise,
go broke.
yeah. Maga asks, oh my gosh, there's so many questions going on. What is your favorite commission so far? Is it a suit you made or is it a piece of art you have done to date?
Huh. Can you replay that one? Sorry, it skipped out for a second.
Yeah, in fact, I'll do you one better. There you go. It's in chat for you.
Oh, thank
Skype
you.
chat.
Oh, okay, my favorite commission, like, is it something like I'm like commissioning or someone commissioned me? I guess is the question.
Let's say it's someone that commissioned you.
I think, gosh, I have so many favorites, but I think
You can only pick one.
I know. Ah, I think my favorite so far is one I haven't started yet, but is a one that I designed, and it's a angel dragon based off of an elk.
That's cool. All right. See, this is easy for you because you don't have to keep track of these questions, but I do. This is why I like Punya over here. She's gone. Let's see. Here we go. Telephone. When making a digitigrade padding full fursuit, how do you put in, or how do you, okay. When making digitigrade padding full suits, how do you put it in the final suit?
It really all depends on what type of digigrade padding you're doing. There are many different ways to make digigrade padding. Some people just have them as cotton pockets that just slip in, or cotton pillows that just slip in. Some of it is carved foam, that just slip in. But if you're gonna do carved foam or anything, be sure to cover it in a fabric so the foam doesn't get torn up or anything. But that's usually what people do. Just every time you get into suit, you just have to slip it into place, or sometimes it'll just stay there in place. Telephone's old original padding was actually carved foam that was extremely comfortable and sat into place.
How many hours have you spent in suit?
The longest I've spent in a suit was at Anthrocon. I'm still yet to break this record, but I was straight. I spent 8 hours straight in telephone without taking the head off
Wow.
or desuiting whatsoever. I mean, this is out on the floor entertaining. Of course, the head works great because I can still drink out of cups of water and stuff inside the suit. So,
How did you or radio come up with the style for radio to match telephone?
um, yeah, that was quite fun. I'm the one who designed radio. I told him that I wanted to design a suit because I wanted a companion that was very similar. So I just kind of based some of the things off of telephone, like the stripes and different colors. I wanted to do um, furs that matched hers, so there's a darker undercoat on his with a lighter on top. Um, as for the facial markings and everything, we wanted to do a halo around his muzzle, just like Telephone, but we wanted to make it a bit more original, so we added very sharp points to this character. There's a lot of sharp points on the horns, the markings, the tail, and everything else like that. So that's really what we went off of, and it turned out quite nice. It's just all just swinging it together.
Um, Paintballing furry says, does it make you happy to see new furries art?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't see why it wouldn't make anyone happy. I think everyone's happy when you see new people out there doing stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Sock asks, Telephone, do you think you'll be going to the first Anthro New England in Boston?
Will I be going to it?
Oh yeah, okay. So there's a new furry convention in England or in Boston, 2015.
Oh, that's so cool. I actually didn't know about that, but unfortunately, no. Unless I'm contracted as a guest there, I don't see myself going.
Um, okay. What is your favorite video on YouTube?
My
Oh
favorite
sorry.
video.
What is your favorite video of you on YouTube?
Oh, that's hard, but hold on. Let me go to YouTube. Let me look this up real quick. I think my favorite one was at it was at Rocky Mountain Fur Con a while ago. But since then, there's been so many videos as of late that I've liked so much, so it's kind of hard because there's so many of them. I'll
Just
look up this video if you want to keep asking questions or anything like that.
okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna pull up. Someone wanted promotion here, so I'm just pulling up their page. Haha, cute. It's just part of someone's favorites right here. I like that.
Oh, yeah. That's actually you can see Dagger or Telephone's sister Dagger.
Right there.
Yep. That suit actually was created before Telephone too, which is the funny thing. I had no idea about this suit until like Telephone was about let's say 2 years old.
Rad. Hey, look, it's a pony version of you. This looks...
Aw, wait, I've never seen that either. Oh my god, that is so cute.
Okay, this is gift art from Candy Dough. Here, I'll go ahead and pop this into your chat. She's a fan of yours.
Oh my gosh. Ah.
Send that to you. Um... I don't really know where to take this question, but Fisk Rabbit wants to ask, can you Telephone put in a good word for me with the guy upstairs?
Okay.
Sure.
You betcha.
Um,
Oh, yes, this is my favorite video. I found it. I will link it to you guys in the chat.
and then
It didn't work.
we just here, send it to me and then I'll put it in chat.
Okay.
I can't play videos on our show because we'll get flagged by YouTube itself. And YouTube is such a biznatch sometimes.
Really? That's odd.
Yeah, I know. Okay, there we go. Boom. There's the link for you guys. Right there. You might have to copy and paste that one because you can't click on it. Let's see. What are your guys' favorite to rant? Wait.
My favorite two rant?
Is it like in reference to? Does he
I
rant?
think so. Yeah, he rants. He's to the ranting griffin. So, um, gosh, honestly I like all of his rants.
I don't think I've heard any of his rants.
They're pretty good.
Don't hate me. I don't really listen. I don't know very many known furries in the fandom. I kind of just keep to my own, like on for media and a couple of things. So if I don't know someone that you guys all know really well, don't bash me for it. I'm still learning. I've only been in this fandom for like 2.5 years. I have a lot to learn.
That's understandable.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut off questions, and then let me get off to. Ever heard of classics? With two X's.
I have not. I don't think so. I'd probably be familiar with it if I probably looked at it.
They're wanting to know: is there any way that we can get a hold of telephone online via Skype, Keek? I'm assuming that's Click. I'm not trying to creep or anything. I just want to have more questions that I doubt will get answered anytime soon.
Unfortunately, I'm very, very terrible about answering things online. I've become really like antisocial. The best way is to ask me questions at the convention when I'm out of suit. I know it's very hard to do, and I apologize, but I'll probably start doing YouTube videos of answering questions. Just to help you guys out like a little bit to make it easier for you guys to answer questions. So we'll see how that goes later on when I have more time.
Um, okay, let's see. Trying to find these questions. In case you get this far, I thought I'd read somewhere you wrote a book. Is it true, and is it something we could read or purchase?
I am currently writing a book. I've been writing this book for a couple of years now. It's definitely gone really slow because of the work that I do and all the conventions that I travel to. And it's really hard for me to get to this book and get it finished. So I do apologize about that. But yes, there is a book. That's actually where telephone originated from. Is from my book, and it's a work in progress. But once it's finished, I will put it up online for people to read.
I did not know that. I learned something new today.
Yay!
Yay! Well, that's all the questions I could find, folks. If I missed your question, I'm truly sorry. What you can do, but I can't guarantee that you'll get an answer, is you can send us your questions via For Affinity or Facebook, and then we'll try to relay them to telephone. But don't get disappointed if you don't get an answer right away. We'll do the best we can. But other than that, thanks for watching our show. Next week, we are debating whether to do another game night. So if you guys have suggestions for Steam games like Borderlands 2 or Minecraft or whatever, let us know, and then we'll invite you to play with us. And then Punya's going to FWA this weekend. I'll be at BLFC next weekend, so you can definitely look for us there at those cons. But other than that, thanks for watching. You guys have a fantastic evening.
Bye. Love you guys.